guys, this is Rosa Kelly. So today's video is going to be a book haul. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have for you quite the lengthy book haul. So I have been accumulating some books that I wanted to read for the fall. I also have my book of the month box that we're going to be opening together, and the newest Illumicrate box for, I believe, September. So I guess not the newest, but the newest one that I have. So yeah, let's get right to it. I'm super excited. The first book that I have here is the Sevene Sleep, and this is by Ashley Paulson, and she's the same author as the Dead Romantics that I just finished reading, and I love that book so much. So I'm so happy that I picked this up because I just can't wait to see what else she has in store for us. So on this book, we are following this girl. Her name is Clementine, and she works as a book publicist, but then she kind of needs to take a break from everything that she has going on, and she goes to visit her aunt. Also, she meets this guy, only he lives 7 years in the past or 7 years in the future, but there's a difference on time. So I really like that element of like time traveling and kind of living in parallel dimensions. That I don't know, I'm just super excited to read this book. The next book that I have here is another fun witchy type of book. So this one is Playing the Witch card by KJ Delantonia. I love that last name, is so pretty. And so on this book, we're following 3 generations of witches and some problems with their exes and maybe a curse. So what most attracted me about this book, besides the little puppy on the back, is that it has a blurb from Rachel Harrison, who is rapidly becoming one of my favorite authors, because I love all her like horror stories that have like a really good message behind them. And she put in here a delightful, heartfelt novel about letting go of our fears to make room for magic, and that just sounds fantastic. So I definitely wanted to give this book a go. So the next book that I have here is The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic. So this is going to be like a really cozy fantasy romantic type of book, and on the back it says, for fans of practical magic and Gilmore Girls, The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic is a charming debut novel that explores the shields we build around our hearts to retain our own magic. So everything about that sounds really good, especially the practical magic and Gilmore Girls combination. So this is definitely one to pick up during October. So speaking of October, the next book here is perfect for your spooky season. So this book here is a Slethfoot, I hope that is how you pronounce it, A Tail of Bi Witchery by Brum. And just look at the cover. I mean, this book is screaming read me now. And I also love like some of the illustrations on this book. Like we have some images here that are so creepy. It's about magic and witches, and that's all I know. So here in the back it says, for fans of dark fantasy and historical horror. So that sounds really good. This next book is so heavy, oh my goodness. So this is Paperbacks from Hell by Grady Hendrix. This is the twisted history of the 70s and 80s horror fiction. So on this book, he kind of did a compilation of all these horror movies from the 70s and 80s, and he kind of put them on different like sections. Each chapter is, for example, chapter 1 is Hell and Satan, chapter 2 is Creepy Kids, chapter 3 is When Animals Attack, then we have chapter 4, Real Estate Nightmares, which is probably my favorite type of horror story, like those haunted houses. Chapter 5 is Weird Signs. Then we have Gothic and Romantic, and just so on. I mean, I just think it's really interesting how he kind of put them all like in sections and groups, and I'll probably be checking out some of these movies that I've never heard of. So it just sounded super interesting. So I almost forgot to include this book. So this is A Hunting on the Hill by Elizabeth Henn, and this is the first authorized retelling of A Haunting on Hill House by Shirley Jackson. Here in the back it says beautifully creepy with the same claustrophobic intensity, but at the same time with a sense of progression of the house having evolved over the years. So I think that's the perfect description of this book, and I'm just super excited. I can't wait. So now let's do a little bit of unboxing. I have some Amazon packages that I recently received. Now I have been in the mood for a lot of spooky because it is spooky season after all, but one of my favorite spooky things to read are actually middle grade. So I kind of wanted to build a little middle grade spooky library here in my house. So let's open this up and let's see. Oh my god, there's a lot of books on this one. Okay, so let's see. I actually don't even remember what I got, but I got a bunch of good books because these are all highly recommended. So the first one that I have here is Aggie Morton's Mystery Queen, The Body Under the Piano. Oh my gosh. So I saw Emmy's channel with her like cozy recommendations. I'll link her down below. And so this book is by Marty Jocelyn. And look at the cover, it's so cute. So this is a middle grade that is kind of talking about Agatha Christie's mysteries, and I think the girl here is actually Agatha Christie and how she writes her mystery and gets on mysteries herself. So this just sounded so interesting and so super cozy for this season as well. Then I have The Peculiar Incident on Shady Street by Lindsay Curry. Look at this cute cover. So on this book, we're following Tessa, and Tessa's family moves from Florida to this house in Chicago. And it so happens that on this house, there's a lot of things that are happening. There's like flickering lights, and there's like mysterious drawings coming out of nowhere on the walls, and there's crackling noise. And then Tessa is trying to figure out what is the house trying to tell her. Like she thinks that the house is trying to communicate with her, and she's going to find out what that house has to do with her. So next book that I have is The Dollhouse Murders, and this is by Betty Wren Wright. So another cozy little mystery middle grade. And so on this one it says on the back, dolls can move by themselves ... So I mean, obviously there's gonna be some dolls moving. That I think is really creepy. The next book that I have is Dead Voices, and this is by Catherine Arden. It says terrifying and fun. I heard this series, even though it's a middle grade, it's pretty scary. So I think this is the type of scary that I can handle. So I'm excited for this one too. Okay, so now let's open the next package here. Oh, okay. This is the City of Ghosts, like trilogy. I think it's a little series. This is by D.E. Schwab. And I also heard these are really good and scary. On this book, we are following Cass, and Cass has this ability to like speak to ghosts or see the ghosts. And her parents happen to be house hunters, but they don't know that she has this ability. They take her everywhere because their parents just started this like TV show about haunted houses, and they're taking her to go live on these haunted houses, not knowing that she can speak with the ghosts. I think that's what it's about, and it just sounded so good. I don't know what the other two are about because usually when I start a series, I don't even want to read the blurb on the back. Sometimes it spoils the first book, but I'm excited to read this one. So the first one is called City of Ghosts. Then we have The Bridge of Souls. Just look at these covers. Oh my goodness. And the last one is The Tunnel of Bones with the little kitty here. I think they all have the kitty. Yeah, they all have the little kitty on the cover. So super cute. So there is this middle grade readathon that I kind of wanted to follow, and I'll link it below. But one of the prompts is to read a book with a kitty on the cover. So this is gonna be my book for that. I'll talk about that in a different video. I'll probably do an October reading TBR type of thing. Okay, so now let's open this packet. Waiting for a couple more middle gray that I still haven't received. But this one here is Garden Spells by Sarah Addison Allen. The cover is so cute. So this is kind of like a fantasy. Is it a fantasy, like a cozy fantasy? This book has a lot of magic and a lot of good like messages about family and redemption and learning how to accept each other. And so we're following the Waverly family, or the Waverly sisters, and I think one of the sisters kind of goes on her own, and when she gets married she's kind of experiencing some domestic violence, so there's a little bit of trigger warnings for that. And then she decides she has no more options to come back home with her own daughter, and she has to kind of learn how to heal, not just from what she went through, but also some like past family history. This book has so much depth and so many messages, and also a little bit of magic. It just was highly recommended, so I definitely wanted to give it a go. Okay, so next we're gonna open my book of the month subscription. So the book that I picked for this month is Starling House, and this is by Alex E. Harrow. So she's the same author as the 10,000 Doors of January, which I really love. I love her writing style. I like her voice. I just like how her books feels like she's kind of talking to you. So on this book we are following Opal, and she is an orphan, but she has a little brother, so she's kind of in charge of her brother. So she had to drop out of high school and find a job, and I believe she's asked to kind of watch this house as one of her jobs, and this is one of the houses that everybody has talked about on the town, and she's just super excited because she's always being intrigued by this house. But now that she's living there, there's all these weird things happening, so it's like a really gothic mystery. The next book that I picked up is When I'm Dead by Hannah Morrissey, and this book is a thriller. So I always pick their thriller selection because even though I don't know much going in, I usually don't like reading the blurb for thrillers. I know that they're always picking really good ones, so I haven't been disappointed by the thrillers selection, so I always rely that they pick good ones. So this one says, one girl murdered, another one missing, and a medical examiner desperately searching for the truth. On this book we're following this like medical examiner and her daughter, whose best friend I think passed away, so she's trying to determine what happened to her. And then on the middle of this, her own daughter disappears, and now she has to kind of find the clues from the dead body to figure out maybe what happened to her own daughter and if she can find her alive. I mean, that just sounds really interesting, and it also is based in October, so I think this is gonna have a lot of like October vibes as well. So the next book that I have is Bright Young Woman by Jessica Knoll. This book is based on the life of a serial killer on the 1970s, but what most intrigued me about this book is that it's not so much based on the serial killer like most serial killer books are, that kind of like investigating the mind of the serial killer. This one focuses more on the victims, so I really like that aspect of kind of seeing, you know, the other side and not kind of put these serial killers on, you know, giving them fame and all, but focusing more on the victims. So sounds interesting, and love the cover colors, so it's going on my list. And the last book that I picked up from Book of the Month is Jennifer McManus. This is My Darling Girl. So these two books I believe are from their add-on selections, so you can pick them up at any time. They're not particularly for this month, but I love Jennifer McManus. I'm trying to collect all her books. I have read a few of her books and she never disappoints. These are also thrillers as well. This book we're following this girl Allison, who she kind of goes back to her hometown because her mother was diagnosed with cancer, so she wants to go spend her, you know, like go spend time with her mom. And there's a lot of weird things happening on the mom's house, so she's trying to figure out what is behind what has happened and if that has anything to do with her mom's sickness. And I don't know, it's just a domestic thriller. I love domestic thrillers and interesting family secrets, so one that I am excited about. Also, book of the month always sends these bookmarks, and they all have a different messages. So this one says, "Boo, it's me, a reading break," and it has a cute little ghosty. So they're always really fun to look at. This box that we're gonna be unboxing is my Illumicrate box, and so this is another subscription box service, and I'm just so excited that I'm part of this because I was in the longest waiting list, and this is, I think, my 4th box. And so one of the reasons why I picked up Illumicrate is because they always do fantasy books, and I have been trying to do more fantasy. So let's put this here and start taking things out. So first, you always get the little paper that says September 2023, and it's kind of like a little key of everything that you get on your box, but I like to do my unboxes as a surprise, and then I'll go back and look at what it says. So first we have this box, and this, I'm using a pen, so let's figure out what is in here. Okay, so last time they sent me the cutest teacups, you know, like those little ones, and I have been using them every night with my green tea after dinner. They're just so cute. Oh my gosh, this is adorable. Look at this. Oh my goodness, look how cute is this. It's like a little ceramic book, and it's pink, and it says Gothic Romance. And then on the side it says A Tale of Gothic Romance. I think this is going to be perfect to add bookmarks and just put it here on your bookcase. It looks so cute. Then let's see what else we have. We have these. It says Enamel Magnet inspired by Belladonna. Oh my gosh, I love that book, by the way, Belladonna. That was so good. Okay, so, oh, this is beautiful. It says In the Window, Kissed by Death. Look how cute is this. Here, let me see if I can focus it better. But I love Belladonna. If you haven't read Belladonna, you should definitely try it. If you like The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, I think you will like Belladonna. It's similar on the vibes. We have the beautiful girl that has magic, and then we also have death coming and talking to her. I love that book. Here we have this. What is this? Okay, so let's open this up. Is it like a little book cover thing? Oh my gosh, this is cute, but I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. So I'm gonna have to go on the key here. It just kind of looks like a little bowl. Okay, I have to read this. Botanical Bloom Bowl Cozy. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Okay, so now I know what this is. This is actually pretty perfect. So when you have like a hot bowl of whatever, I always make oatmeal on the microwave, and my bowl is always really hot. So this is a bowl holder. So you put your bowl here, and then you're not burning your hands when you're eating your cereal or your soup. How cute is this? That's actually genius, because I always put like some paper towel on the bottom, or I grab like a kitchen towel to hold the thing, and I'm always eating on my desk anyway, so I do need something to kind of hold. So this is actually pretty convenient. And then we have, oh, I see the book, but we have these. Oh my gosh, this is, it says Piece Your Own Story, If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. So I also read this book this year. This is a dark academia book, and I really like this. So this also looks like a little book. Look at that. I love when things look like books, because then you can put it on your bookcase. No way. This is a puzzle. You guys, this is a puzzle. I'm sure this is the front of the puzzle. This is perfect because I have been in such a cozy hobby mode. I'll probably do a video about hobbies to do during the fall, and puzzles are definitely high on the list. Such a cute hobby to build a puzzle as you're listening to an audiobook, maybe drinking some hot tea. Just love it. And then finally we have the book. And so I am excited because I kind of saw somebody's video of the Illumicrate unboxing right as I was gonna buy this book, and then I said, oh my gosh, I better hold off. And this is A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed, and it's the Illumicrate edition, so it's a whole different cover, although I kind of like the other cover too. And it's just so pretty. It's another dark academia fantasy, and I'm excited. I always love the Illumicrate editions. It has all of the dark academia vibes. Oh, so cute. And I love the color they use for the spine. And here is the inside, so this is going to be pretty perfect. And then this is, I think it's the same one here. But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm definitely gonna be reading this book soon. And so there you go, that is gonna be the haul for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have read any of the books that I have mentioned. Let me know if you're into middle grade and if you're planning on following the middle grade readathon for October. I don't know what it's called. I'll find it, I'll link it down below, and then that way maybe I can do some videos about that because I'm definitely excited about it. I think it's starting next week. And so yeah, so there's so many books that I want to read. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.